I'd like to show you a little thing I learned from a man in England. His name is Douglas Harding, Douglas, Harding, Harding. He was trying to find enlightenment as a young man, and he was up in India in the mountains, and he was walking along, and all of a sudden his head disappeared. Instead of a head, he had a universe on his shoulders. And then he made a whole career out of sharing that experience in different ways for other people to have the same experience. And one of the most common ways he did it was to have a person. See, the purpose of his career, was to share with people how to be enlightened. And his proposition was that you can do it, it's all or nothing, you can do it just like that. It doesn't take 20 years of looking at your navel. You can do it just like that. It's all or nothing. And one of the simplest ways he came up with is to show someone that if you take your finger and you point it to your feet, you'll notice that there's a certain distance between your finger and your feet. A certain distance. And now and point your finger at your belly, and notice that there's a particular distance between your finger and your belly. Now point your finger to your chest, and notice that there's a particular distance between the end of your finger and your chest. All right. Now come on up. Point at what you call your face, and notice on present evidence. Present evidence. What's the distance between the tip of your finger and you? Well, we could be here for a while, but the answer is 0. And when you get that the answer is 0, then you got it. See, what your finger is pointing at for others is a face, but for you, what your finger is pointing at is nothing. On present evidence, in the here and now, in your own direct experience of now. Not your concepts, your mind, but what you actually see your finger pointing at. And I see my finger pointing at nothing. There's a nothing. A grand capacity to receive all the world. So if I'm lucky, and I'm in touch with the fact that I'm looking at this nothing and out at the same time at your head, I can take you in. There's nothing to resist you. I can take you in and enjoy you. And vice versa. You can take me in and enjoy me for what I am, if you lose your headness. Allow me to play a little song. So here we are back again, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully a little wiser, a little stronger in our conviction of whatever our convictions are. Because, without your convictions, you're nothing. And without nothing, what have you got? What have you got? With nothing. I'll tell you what you got. You got everything. Because with your nothing, you can contain and hold the entire universe, whether they want to or not. You got them. There's two kinds of people in this world. There's them with heads and them with no heads. Them with no heads, I see one. Them with heads, I see many. Look, if this was a person, they got a top and they got a bottom. And the whole thing, as big as they are, they fit in your beingness. You're bigger than all of them. You can put them in your mouth if you want to. Well, that's kind of stretching it, but you see, you're bigger than them. You can navigate all the way around them. Who you are is much bigger than any particular person, or any group of people for that matter, a whole truckload, a whole carload of people, a whole busload of people. Your boundary extends well beyond anything that they have. Think about it. It's thundering now. I really like the thunder. And like I was saying before, I have an astrological background. I'm not saying it's good or bad. I'm saying that's what I have. Now, it's easy to criticize that. I'm sure if there's any haters, I could jump on that. I hate the haters. Not really. There again, you put all the haters who've ever hated together, and who you are contains all of that. It's bigger than all of that. No matter what. 50 million atomic bombs could go off, and who you are is bigger than all that. After all the drama, what's left? You. Because who you are is infinite being. And I think that there's only one infinite being, by the way. It's you and me. I am you as you are me, and we are all together. Ha ha ha. John Lennon wrote a song about that. It says, I am you as you are me, and we are all together. Ha ha ha. I believe that's true. I've experienced that. And I believe my experience, it's in the past. It's in my mind. It's a concept. I'm holding on to it dearly. I don't want it to depart, because if it left, I would be left with nothing. And if I was left with nothing, what would that leave me? I tell you, it would leave me with the entire universe. That's what it would leave me. It has the greater capacity to allow and embrace the entire universe. Isn't that wonderful? Now, I can say that for myself, and I grant that, you can say that for yourself. Infinite beings.